Welcome back, I'm Ron the Cook. Today we're gonna be doing the last of the season Brussels sprouts. Brussels go from early autumn to about late winter. We're finally getting our peak of spring. We're getting some nice weather. We're gonna be pairing our Brussels with some beautiful Granny Smith apples, some bacon, and a little bit of onion. For our Brussels sprouts, we have 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. We've got a 1/4 cup here of some wildflower honey, 1/4 cup of peri peri. We got 1 pound of Brussels sprouts, 2 medium-sized Granny Smith apples, 1 yellow onion, and 6 pieces of thick-cut Applewood smoked bacon. Now, if you don't want to use bacon, not a problem. We can make this vegan very easily. Substitute the bacon for a 1/4 teaspoon of smoked paprika and 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. That's going to give you that little bit of smokiness and sweetness that we want from the bacon. Or if you want to substitute it with turkey bacon, go right ahead. We're going to start by cutting our bacon. You want about a 1/4 inch thick slice on it. So now we have our bacon cut. We're going to get into our pan with 1/4 cup of water. What's going to happen is the water is going to boil and help render out all of the fat from the bacon. Once the water evaporates, you're going to be left with all that pork fat in there, and that's going to help crisp up our bacon really quickly and very crunchy. We are starting with a cold pan. Dump our bacon in, 1/4 cup of water. Now we're going to turn my Breville Control Freak up to 300 degrees, which is going to be a saute setting. Move our bacon around a little bit. Now we're just going to let this cook until we get crispy bacon. While our bacon crisps up, we're going to get the rest of our ingredients together. Start with our apples. Cut the bottom and top off so you have a nice squared off piece of fruit. Also, got a snack. We're going to cut as close to the core as possible. There we are. Now that's the perfect size right there. So we want to get that same width. If you have to measure up like this, same thickness, done. How big this is, we're going to go 3 pieces. One nice large chop on these so that when you bite into it, you know that you're getting an apple. It's a medium-sized yellow onion about the size of a baseball. Cut the root off at an angle. We'll cut it in half. 4 pieces, because we want them to be about the same size as our apple. Everything will cook at the same speed. Brussels. These are kind of big. Like for the end of the season, usually they're much smaller. So you want to cut the root off about 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 inch above the base. And I think we're going to go 1/4 on all of these. Yeah, that's a perfect size right there. And we have all of our mise en place done. Our bacon has been going for 10 minutes at 300 degrees, so it's nice and crispy. It's almost perfectly done. Now is the time for us to get everything else into our pan. We're gonna dump in our onions, pinch of salt, pinch of black pepper. The onions are gonna essentially stop the cooking process of our bacon. The bacon will continue to cook, but it's been greatly reduced in speed. Okay, now that our onions are starting to get translucent, a little bit of caramelization around the edges. Dump in our Brussels, give these a good toss, and now cover them up. We're gonna let them go for about 4 minutes. Give it another good toss. Pinch of salt, another pinch of black pepper. Cover up again, we're gonna let this go for another 2 minutes. Now add in our apples, give that a good toss. Now we're gonna hit with our olive oil, our peri peri, and our honey. I'm gonna give it a good stir. Now we're gonna turn the heat up to 350, cover and let go for about 2 minutes. And uncover. Ooh, look at all that steam. Now we just wanna cook this uncovered until we get our desired level of caramelization. Let's give our Brussels a taste, get a little bit of everything in there. More salt, 2 big pinches. 1 big pinch of black pepper, we're set. Now for the final taste. This is a perfect side dish for winter, fall, and early spring. It's sweet, it's salty, it's meaty, big chunks of apple in there. The honey really brings down the bitterness of our Brussels sprouts, and the peri peri just adds a whole bunch of extra flavors. Garlic, chili peppers, lime, and a little bit of herbaceousness. If you want some cocktail ideas, click up here. Until next time, I'm Ron the Cook.